Shalom, shalom. Oh, let's see a second here. It's chilly out here. It's 60 today. It's chilly as hell. I might go up into the book of the fossilized customs. I might do that. Oh, excuse me, brother, my voice if it's a little dark, a little deep. I'm under the weather a little bit. It's a bad head cold. Call from my granddaughter. Maybe that shit home from school. And I don't get sick. I don't get sick at all. I hardly ever get sick. I've been sick. I've been sick twice in like 12 years. Literally, I'm like tripping off of that. But I caught myself slipping by. I should have never allowed her down where I live. Coming in and she's shooting up all that shit out of her lungs. And I hear her all wiping her nose with the cloth. I still wash my hands, but I expose myself to it though, you know? And it's all good. We love our grandchildren, man. You know? But what was I gonna do? I was trying to figure out what I'm gonna set up. Yeah, this winning kid ain't no joke today. Oh, all right. So first and foremost, before I begin, let me give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash, KWIers, bishops, apostles, and elders, and great millstone that rule well and that taught us this truth, the full truth, and taught us to eat the whole roll. All right. And these salutations to a hopeful elect of the children of Israel as well. The people of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. All right, who the scriptures and these warnings are for. All right, and Israelite foreigners as well who live around the four corners of the earth amongst the heathen nations. That's who the trumpet is being blown for around the four corners of the earth. And we saw a beautiful video of some brothers, man, that are deaf, teaching the word, man. I almost cried, man, when I seen that, man. You know, I almost cried. I saved it on my TikTok, but I found it on YouTube too. But man, I almost cried, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Deaf, man. You know, not looking for no excuses to stop them from pushing this word or nothing. They just want salvation, man. They want delivered up out of this place, man. So they're taking full use of their grace. Full use of these grace, their grace, man. Here, it's packed over that parking lot. It's packed, man, today. You know, it's picking up. And ain't nothing but niggas chilling. You know, smoking that goddamn weed and shit. And whatever else they're doing. Able bodies, man, that ain't thinking about serving the Lord, man. But they don't even have a curiosity. You know, especially you present yourself as a humble brother to him. You speak, you know. That's one thing I do. I'm known to speak, man. Even motherfucker don't speak it to me. I'll speak back again the next day. I'll speak again, and I won't stop. And I keep saying what's up, you know. So we present ourselves as humble and brotherly, man. So you know the spirit on these niggas is off, man. You know, it's gonna remain, and they gonna remain off in their wicked ass spirit, man. It's gonna remain off. So like I was saying, able bodies, man, that literally are satisfied with being in the fucking dark. Why? Because the scripture says, because Because they love darkness. Here, let me get this scripture. They love darkness, man. That's why with a motherfucker like Captain Tazariak or your boy that like getting pegged, Sakari and all them, they appeal to them niggas, man. They relate. That's why a lot of amongst them motherfuckers are that exact type, man. In the spirit, they know how they relate to it. They know how to draw them, those that are like-minded into them, Niggas, man. And Captain Tazariak, they ain't nothing but a nigga, man. They ain't nothing but a nigga. A wicked nigga at that. A wise, wicked nigga. Anyway, hold on, let's get this. They love darkness. They love darkness rather than light, like the scripture says. Come on. I'll put the glove on. All week long, man, I'm suffering. All week long, I'm suffering. With being under the weather and shit. Head constantly cloudy, really, because that's what I call a head cold. And I didn't put up much videos, but I still did put up something like little shorts and things that'll bring your attention to how wicked our people are, or things that are going on, like the chariots or the mark of the beast, things like that, man. But I like to really bring a lot of attention to the foolishness of our people, because that's a sign of the times we're living in these last days. How people will be after their own lust and being scoffers and reprobates and on, man. But I was still able to do something. Being under the weather, man, and I probably could have did more, but it's a battle, man. It's all good, you try to remain in the spirit. You try to. Well, let me see if I'm trying to. Growth. That's the word I was looking for. All week, every week, man, we always speaking about how we were given the light and brought up out of the darkness of this world. Every week, man, and we're giving examples every week, man. They're giving all the prophets, the true prophets on every week are giving examples of the darkness, man, while presenting themselves as an examples of light. Every week, man. So these people don't have no excuses, man. They don't have no excuses, man. But again, like I mentioned, the brothers is deaf, man, but still out pushing the word. And these niggas literally, they just, and again, that's like the scripture says. I'll get into that. Ecclesiastes 12 and 14, the wise man's eyes are in his head. but the fool walketh in darkness, and I myself perceived also that one event happening to them all. Let me get another one here. Hold on. Isaiah 9:2. Oh, that Isaiah 29:18 is fired up. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. What's their excuse? Hey, that's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And we're witnessing that, man, to his power. We're witnessing his power, man, work. And it ain't even necessarily like the miracles, like healing somebody yet. That's coming, man. Like somebody being healed, you know, or feats of strength that this world haven't seen. That's not even what we're seeing, and that's not what we based our faith on from what we're seeing. But that's a beautiful thing that we're witnessing. Those brothers, man, they're deaf, and they're pushing the word. You know, it's man, like I said, man, you know, it touches you, man. It touches you, man. These niggas ain't got no excuse, man. And then you got those niggas that totally disrespect the word and add on to it and take it away from it and using it for their own personal gain, you know? Their own personal gain to feed their own belly. These motherfuckers got hidden motives and they got secret intentions, man. Hidden secret agendas. Using it like these wicked ass pastors. And you know, all these years, man, growing, watching television and these comedies, all those examples that they showing that these niggas in these churches that pose as religious leaders ain't nothing but hustlers. Here they fall right in that same goddamn path. And they don't have that knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to subtract themselves from that. So what they do, they become exactly that. They have the wisdom to knowledge to differentiate between the two, righteous and unholy. You know, just as simple as this. You see a motherfucker invite you over to eat, got a table full of food, and it got a fat ass ham over there. You already know in the spirit, I can't eat no ham. You don't see no brothers around, no cameras around. Oh, let me just go and sneak me a bite. Nope. It goes far beyond that. So they ain't got the capabilities. They don't have the knowledge to know what's holy and what's profane. Not just from what you eat. This thing of ours has to be the thing of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the thing of the Lord, man. Or who you call God. You have to apply it in your whole life, man. You know, lifestyle, characteristics, you know, holy days, not holidays. You see, you got to apply it in your whole life, man. Sexually, you can't be doing it in the butt, your General Yohana. Remember that General Yohana? He even speaking on video talking about you can how to clean your asshole out. Man, you nasty as hell, man. These niggas is nasty, man. And now here we're finding out that antibiotic resistant diseases, STIs, are coming from doing it in the butt. A lot of these niggas and bitches got uncurable diseases, man, that they got it from doing it in the butt. And they're going to continue on living in that foul behavior of theirs, man. They're going to continue on in it. They ain't going to learn. They're going until they die, man. It says here, Isaiah 9, and I'm going to start at the top. Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflicted her by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, in Galilee of the nations. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. And that's the prophets pushing the true doctrine. And the world is seeing it, man. Even the false prophets are seeing it. They seeing that light, man. You know? They're seeing that light. Let me see what I got here, because I got, that's amazing, man. Hold on, here you go. What's she at? 36. This is 2nd Ezra 2. 2nd Ezra 2 and 2. 2nd Ezra 2 and 34. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, he shall give you everlasting rest. For he is a sign at hand that shall come in the end of the world. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. Okay? Flee the shadow of this world. The shadows, which is the scriptures is referring to, previous scripture, shadow of death, man. That's at Ezekiel 37, I think. Ezekiel 37. Now that I'm thinking about it, hold on, let me get that. That's death, man. That's death. The ways of this world is death, and it constantly that your shadow, you know, if it have enough light around, which we're that light, that shadow won't continuously follow you, man. You know, and that's all this world has to offer you is the ways of death, man. Darkness. Okay? So flee the shadow of this world. And this world teaches you that. And again, the false prophets as well teaches you can do it in the butt. Man, that is so goddamn foul. And the funny thing is, these nasty motherfuckers don't got no shame. That is nasty, man. That's where you shit out of. You shit. When you got illness, you go and you have diarrhea. Comes up, you know, and that diarrhea, which is full of that illness that you're shit, that you're sick of, is oh my Lord. These are nasty motherfuckers, man. The men and the women, everybody eating ass and doing it in the ass. That's some nasty shit, man. That's just got, and you see why you have to know the difference between the holy and the profane. And again, now the studies has come out that this is what's linked to those antibiotic resistance STIs. You meet some girls, man, you open their legs, and there's a reason why certain scents is already coming out, and you ain't penetrated. That's why there's certain scents coming out. She's infected with something, or something's wrong. But you tell them, but they're much into their flesh, man. They're too worldly. Constantly looking to feed their flesh, man. You see, hold on, the scripture says this. Hey, we're here to, give you the whole thing, man, the full truth. And not to sugarcoat it. Because, you know, truth hurts. Truth hurts. We all been there, man, but it's a matter of who can take it and learn from it, or who will be offended. You see? And the Lord ain't dealing with those who are offended, man. He's not dealing with those that are offended. And grace ain't a period of time where you to do what the hell you want because we're under grace. No, that's not what it means. Don't mean to go out and do what the fuck you want and the Lord loves you anyway. The Lord gonna kill your trifling asses. The Lord about to expose those false prophets, man. That's supposed to be wise men. He's about to expose those false prophets, man. Doing in the butt. And got the nerve to speak ill of a brother, man. Got the nerve to speak ill of a wise man. And I'm talking about wicked ass Captain Tazariak's wicked ass. Wicked ass, man. That's a wicked nigga. He offended by the word, you know? But he didn't. What did he say anything about his commanding general talking about doing it in the butt? There's talking about ways to clean your clean your ass and shit. I wish I had that video, man. What Apostle Kahar called them the receipts. I'm gonna have to search for it too. I'm gonna search it. I'm gonna get it too. That Prophet Yahweh spirit teaching niggas how to do enemas and shit. Man, that's nasty, man. That is nasty, man. Doing it in them. Niggas just want. Niggas just want to be freaky. First Titus 1:9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and the sinners, and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers. That's not what I wanted. That's the spirit that just got me reading that. Ezekiel 44:23. Ezekiel 44:23. Ezekiel 44:23, and they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane, and cause them to discern between the unclean and the clean. And let me start up. It says ordinance for the Levites. Order. And it might get a little boring because I'm going to read all the way down 15-23. But just to put it in perspective of what's going on here. But the priests, the Levites, the sons of Zadok, that kept the charge of my sanctuary when the children of Israel went astray from me. Went astray, they shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood, said the Lord God. They shall enter into my sanctuary, and they shall come near to my table to minister unto me, and they shall keep my charge. And I should go into that, look that up too, and they shall keep my charge. And I'm going to. Hold on. Let's just see what it gives. And they shall keep my charge. Miss Merith. Guard. Charge. Function. Obligation. Service. Watch. Watchman. Okay? Guard or watch. House of detention or confinement. We're prisoners of hope. Keeping, preserving. Charge, injunction, office, function, ceremonial. So, guard. On our guard, man. On our guard. And they shall keep my charge. And it shall come to pass that when they enter in at the gates of the inner court, they shall be clothed with linen garments, and no wool shall come upon them, whilst they minister in the gates of the inner court and within. They shall have linen bonnets upon their heads, and shall have linen breeches upon their loins. They shall not gird themselves with anything that causeth sweat. And when they go forth into the upper court, even into the upper court up to the people, they shall put off their garments, wherein they minister, and lay them in the holy chambers. And they shall put on other garments, and they shall not sanctify the people with their garments. Neither shall they shave their heads, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They should only poll their heads, cut it short. Going into that word poll, it means to cut short. And locks don't mean dreadlocks. Locks means braids. You know what? Hold on. Because it's funny how that come up there. Parah. And it sounds like it's a different one with Samson, but and it doesn't have the same here. Long hair, locks, leaders, locks. The root is to lead. We'll go into the root doesn't. But okay. It says here, neither shall, verse 21, neither shall any priest drink wine when they enter into the inner court. Neither shall they take for their wives a widow, nor her that is put away. That'd be committing adultery. But they shall take maidens of the seed of the house of Israel, or a widow that had a priest before. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane, and cause them to discern between the unclean and the clean. So the false prophet's going to instruct you to do that which is profane and unclean, like getting that juicy juice, that jab, man, or the witch's serum, which a lot of people have done it, man. You know, a lot of people have done it, man. Now they done found themselves admitting that I ain't felt the same since I did it. That's what I've heard come out of several mouths. Never trust thy enemy. When does that ever apply? You niggas need to, if y'all had been following instructions and listening, y'all would have had the understanding where you wouldn't have to go to somebody and be like, should I not? You should know. Never trust thy enemy, man. And that's what them false prophets is here to do, to comfort you and give you that illusion that you can under some circumstances. No, nigga. No, nigga. Under no circumstances can you trust the goddamn enemy. Under no circumstances. None. This is amazing, man, that this is our people. Looks like it. continue on with it. So we have here is, let's just examine a few words. You know, what's better to do. You know, holiness, apartness, holiness, apartness. I like that. Holiness, sacredness, separateness, and you know, that's why it's important to be holy, separate, because we have a whole different lifestyle than now that we come about the world, and how we look at the people of the world that rejected the word of the Lord. They're unclean, man. That's how we look at them, like they're unclean, literally, man, because they are spiritually and physically. They are unclean. All right, sacredness of God, of places, of things, set apartness and separateness. Okay, that's holy. And profane is what? The word there is quote. Profane is commonness. Unholy, profane, common. Exposed, properly exposed, hence profane. Let me hit that word. Commonness. Commonness. It's the way of the word. Commonness refers to the state or quality of being ordinary, frequent, or shared. Damn. Encompassing ideals like prevalence, ordinariness, and lack of distinction. Often implies something mandate or even low class, depending on context. It's the opposite of uncommonness or extraordinariness, describing things that happen often like common mistakes, or possesses no special qualities like a common coin. Commonness, hold on. Frequent or occurrences. Happens often. Yeah, it's the way of this. Hey, that's why Sodom and Gomorrah had to be vaporized, because it's gotten out of control. The whole the society itself was totally lawless, man, doing what the hell they want. So it was common to be foul amongst in Sodom and Gomorrah, and here we are in modern day Sodom and Egypt, where it's all everybody. To be profane and unholy is being encouraged, man. You see, happening often, being widespread. You see? Lack of refinement can suggest vulgarity, coarseness, or low social status. Equal participations or belonging to many hoes. You see why it's important to go into these things and understand being profane, man. To be profane. The root word to profane, called the same, defile, pollute, desecrate. I don't need to go any further. Being profane. You see? To profane oneself, to defile oneself, pollute oneself. So the priests, the true prophets, the real prophets of Great Millstone was here to give you that exact message, man. You know, that we're put forth to teach you was to show you and teach you what's clean and what's unclean, what's holy and what's profane. Let me keep going. Hold on. Just touching on the meaning of these words, just the surface. I'm just touching on the surface. It caused them to discern between the unclean and the clean. The unclean here is tamah. Hebrew word tamah. Hebrew word is tamah, unclean. Impure, ethically and religiously, ritually. You see? And the clean is ta'or. Clean, pure. Clean, pure. Ceremonially, physically, morally, ethically. Clean. That's who the Lord wants serving them, man. That's who the Lord wants serving them. That's who Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has taken up out the world to serve them. Those that are that are going to grow and build themselves up in the spirit of being clean, right? Faith, spiritually and physically. Fasting, flushing your body out. Stop eating unclean things. Discipline, patience, and dealing with the truth. That's beautiful. And as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me read it. I'm gonna look at another precept for it. Ezekiel 44 and 24. And in controversy, they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgment. And they shall keep my laws and my statutes in all my assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths. And they shall come, and no dead person to defile themselves, but for father or for mother or for son or for daughter, for brother or for sister that have had no husband, they may defile themselves. And after he is cleansed, they shall reckon unto him 7 days. And in the days that he goeth into the sanctuary, unto the inner court to minister in the sanctuary, he shall offer his sin offering, said the Lord power. He's going to something else, but let me look it up. Hold on. 24 and 23. Oh, guess not. That's odd. That's weird. That's weird. This is weird. This is weird. Okay, so I want some. There's something in Ecclesiastes that I want. Is it Job? It might be Job that I'm thinking of. It might be Job. Let me see if I can look it up. It's Job. It might be Job. Job 14. Who can... Job 14:4. Job 14:3. And doest thou open thine eyes upon such an one, and bringing thee into judgment with thee? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. You see, in teaching, you can do unclean things just for your pleasure. That's off, man. You know? That's off, man. That's nasty, man. That's straight up nasty, man. That's that's just trifling. That's trifling as all hell. And as a matter of fact, let me check my Bible real quick. Job 14:4. Let me check this Bible first. So I thought I had a couple of precepts. Then I'll go to my original Bible that I started with. Check it. Yeah, I just have that one. Yeah, just at that one. Yeah, it's just that one. Hold on. I'm not done. Yeah. All right, that's all good. It's all good. Throat feeling raw. So, get back to the darkness, man. We'll get back to that darkness. Oh, and then second Ezra's 2. I'm not sure where I was at. I know it was something in secondary Ezra's 2 that I wanted, but I'll get it. So here we go. Here we go. Job 5 is that's Esau Edom. That's not what I want. I'm talking about Jake here. I should go into Job 17 though. But let me keep going. There's one I wanted. Proverbs 2 and 13. Who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Whoso curses his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. And the Apostle Torah was pushing his word long before Captain Azariah's acts. Wicked ass, man. You know? And then to disrespect the man like that, I mean, he ain't mad. He ain't mad. And nor did you hurt his feelings. That's amazing, man, how these niggas, they lift themselves up, and through pride, man, they lift themselves up like and like they're somebody. And you know what the scriptures say about that? You know? They literally lift themselves up, man, and thinking they know something, but knowing nothing. Because if Yahweh Shai hasn't revealed that, the mark of the beast, man, this major prophecy that's coming to pass, that's going to condemn a lot of people to death. Hey, it's also going to get some of the righteous killed for rejecting it. For you not to see that, man, and not to push it, you ain't nothing but you ain't nothing but a dumb dog, nigga. You a dumb dog, man, because that thing is coming to pass. And right now, this This thing they setting up all across Babylon. Data centers, research centers, you know, the artificial intelligence, um, digital currencies. That whole system has been set up. And ultimately that day is going to come where it's going to be put into action. What you motherfuckers going to say then, man? Like he said, the MOTB, he was like shook, like stunned, like, what is that? Or he did wicked as all hell. Like he don't know. Nigga, that's part of prophecy. Again, if you don't, these wicked niggas, man, again, a strong believer is, what are these niggas doing behind closed doors, man? You know, and the Most High is going to expose them for being who they are, wicked. He's going to expose them, man. Ooh, Jeremiah 23:2. Jeremiah 23:12. Ooh, false prophets denounced to start at 9. Mine heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man and like a man whom wine hath overcome because of the Lord our power and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adulterers. For because of swearing, the land is mourneth. The land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord power. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. They shall be driven on and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, said the Lord. And that's the thing. It's in the scriptures, the great thing, man. And again, as is always explained to you, when Apostle Tahar is explaining, we do not tell people to go out and rape no little kids, no young girls, man. And that's what's going to get those false prophets burnt up, man. Bearing false witness against the true prophets. You know, bearing false witness, man, against the true prophets. It's in the scriptures, man. So you deny the scriptures, you denying the word of the Lord, nigga. It says, for the land is full of adulterers. For because of swearing, the land is mourneth. The pleasant place of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, said the Lord. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in darkness. They shall be driven on and fall therein, for I will bring evil upon them, even a year of their visitation, said the Lord power. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal and caused my people Israel to err. I have seen also the prophets of Jerusalem, and horrible thing. They commit adultery, they walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom and the inhabitants thereof of Gomorrah. Oh shit, what's going on behind the scenes of those niggas, man? What's going on? What's about to be exposed? What are we about to see, man? What are we about to see? Whoo. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. Acts 13, Revelation 16, Revelation 19, Revelation 20. No, we'll do this instead. I'm going to go plural. Yep. Jeremiah 14. Lamentations 2, Matthew 7, Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 6, 2 Peter 2, 1 John 4. 2 Peter 2, let's go to 1 Peter 2. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who probably shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction, and denying the word, man. You're denying the Lord, man. Damnable heresies. Hold on, let's do that. 2 Peter 2:1. Okay. Damnable heresies. Act of talking, or act of taking, capture, storming, sitting, choosing, choice, that which is chosen, a body of men following their own tenets, sect or party of the Sadducees, Pharisees, and of the Christians. Dissensions arising from diversity of opinions and aims. Dissensions arising from diversity of opinions. So that's their opinion that they're saying that, because he called the brother what? A piece of shit, man. Where clearly we now, through the Spirit, we see who the real piece of shit is, man. Anybody that denying the word of the Lord, man, that's a piece of shit. And that great thing is in the scriptures, man. And you got to get understanding of it, man. You just can't go around just graping women, man. It don't work that way. There's order to this thing, man. But since you don't believe it's in the scriptures anyway, what's the point? But you've been marked anyway. You've been marked anyway, nigga. It says here. Hold on. The root to that heresies. Okay, a disunion. Disunion. But it's described as damnable heresies, damnable, utter destructions, destroying of vessels, a perishing, ruin, destruction. Okay. And this is what they're guilty of. And many shall follow their own pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. You know, come on. Come on. And for the whole, and for the purpose of pleasing women. That's what a lot of these niggas' motivation behind what they're speaking and what they do is really, it's to please women, man. So they're not going to push the full truth because of women, man. Or women that they're dealing with. You know? These adulterous ass niggas, man. When it all boils down to it. Let me coat my throat. I've been pumping it myself even before I got sick, ill. My tinctures, man, especially like my garlic tinctures. I got a powerful garlic tincture. I got like another one brewing up right now. I should just check to see how strong it is. But I got a powerful garlic tincture, man. It smells so delicious, and that taste is, it tastes nice, man. The taste is real nice, man. But garlics and honeys and lemons, things like that, I pump it in my system on a continuous basis. That's why when I got ill, it felt like it could have gotten much worse than what it did. But it looked like it got to a point where, okay, like it can't get no stronger, you know. Whatever it is, I got hit with this head illness, you know. It was the last time I got sick a few years ago. It kicked me in my ass, man. And that could have been that thing, man, that I caught, because that knocked me on my ass, and I don't know how I was even able to go out and teach that following week. Because somehow I did anyway. But during that week, man, I was knocked out. I was knocked on my ass, man. I was KO'd. Man. And thank God it was the 1800 rules in boxing that, you know how Esau would get knocked out. He'd lift his brother up and let him come back, you know, come back to his senses and continue on fighting. When Jack Johnson used to knock them Edomites out, they would revive the other Edomite revival and let them fight on, man. Dirty motherfuckers. Anyway, I was KO'd, man. But I got up at the 9.5 count. Yeah. Continue on fighting, man. Days is evil. That's the days we're living in, man. You think, I put the video up that there's all kind of mystery things going around now. Those shorts, man, the people reporting it on TikTok. A lot of things is going around. They're reporting on certain things is wrong with them and happening to them and shit like that. Strange shit. They go get tested and the doctors tell them we don't know what it is or ain't nothing wrong with you, but here they're messed the fuck up. Trying to talk in code by saying so much, by not saying so much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some evil fucking times, man. We're living in. Look at this is high noon, man, and look at the. It's if you can see, it's foggy as hell. I hope it ain't that California fog that got the radiation in it. Shit, you know. This is madness we're living in, man. This is a crazy, evil world we're living in, man. So you got to take extra precautions to protect yourself. You know, learn tinctures, herbs, and all that. Learn that stuff. You know, I'm about to buy me a bike, and so I can ride my bike in the house, a stationary bike. You know, this time of year I can't ride my bike, man. I feel wrong, my throat is wrong. Anyway, let me go. it says here, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Pernicious ways, destroying, utter destruction of vessels, perishing, ruin, destructive, their destructive ways. The destructive ways, scattering the sheep, man. Keeping the sheep scattered. That's all they're doing, man. Destructive ways. Teaching those lies, man. You know? Causing discord. You know? Lies, man. Scriptures tell you that individual won't inherit the kingdom of heaven. That type of individual, man. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. In feigned words. Plastos, molded form as from clay, wax, or stone, feigned. Fictitious, false. Feigned word, lies, man. Feigned word. Lying niggas, man. And through covetousness they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if the Most High spared not the angel that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah. And look, we went off, and look at the state we're in. A state of fallen, man. We're fallen. He's just giving an example of the history. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. And that's exactly what they're doing, man. They're living ungodly, man. That's an ungodly soul, man. That's an ungodly nigga, man. That's a false prophet. That's trying to pose as a man of the Lord, man. He's a false prophet. He's an ungodly soul, man. And you can see it in his face. You can see it in that wicked nigga's face, man. He looked like this sodomite that my sister was married to. This Ephraimite, my sister was married to an Ephraimite sodomite, man. A sodomite. They see me coming, they run, man. You know? Because they know how I feel about that Mo shit, man. They avoid the hell out of me, and as a matter of fact, they don't even want to speak to me in the first place. He's a rich sodomite. They're rich sodomites, man. They be out hanging out at the Cum Fest every year with the sodomites. Now, I ain't bearing false witness. I know. That's why I'm hated. Okay, it says, and deliver just Lot vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For the righteous man dwelleth among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Then that's what's coming from the wicked niggas. Oh, wicked niggas, man. Oh, wicked niggas. The false prophets scriptures come hard, don't they? The false prophets teaching scriptures. Oh, and I did it plural. Let me do it singular this time. Prophet. You know what? Hold on. There was something I was looking for. So I got to, I'm gonna do prophets. Okay. Right. And I'm gonna look up live. Hold on. That's what I want. Wow. Ooh, Ecclesiastes 27:20. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. That's beautiful, man. I can't speak that way about a brother, man, that's sincerely doing the work of the Lord, man, diligently. Make that make some sense. Make that make some sense. How can you speak that way about a brother, man, that sincerely is doing the work of the Lord diligently? It's just mind-boggling. You know? They speak these ways. And you remember the same thing happened to that dude, your boy that was getting pegged, Sakari. You know, you see how he spoke about our elders, man. Calling them pieces of shit. Trying to put curses on them. Talking about the Most High is going to destroy them. You see how the Most High openly made a shame of an example out of him. And you can see he still hasn't learned. He still hasn't learned. All right. There's an example in the scriptures when who was trying to curse the children of Israel? The account with the dumb ass speaking. Let me find it. Numbers. Bible. Okay, Numbers. It was Numbers. What happens when you try and curse Israel? In this case, you're trying to curse the prophets, man. Let's just dive into some of this real quick. I'm going to do some quick reading. Israel sent messengers to Shiloh, the king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through the land. We will not turn into the field or to the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past the border." And Shiloh will not suffer Israel to pass through his borders, but Shiloh gathered all his people together and went out against Israel in the wilderness, and he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon, for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites in the Heshbon, in all the villages thereof. And Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites. And he had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon. Wherefore they that speak in Proverbs say, "Come and Heshbon, let this city of Sihon be built and prepared, for there is a fire going out in Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. They had consumed Or of Moab and the lords of the high places of Arnon. Woe to thee, Moab! Thou art undone, O people of Cheshmosh. He hath given his sons that escaped and his daughters into captivity unto the king of Sihon, king of the Amorites. We have shot them, Heshbon, and perished even unto Didon." I'm trying to get to my point, though, where the conversation. Numbers 22. And the children of Israel started top set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side of Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was so afraid of the people because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, and the ox licked up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was the king of the Moabites at the time. Balak, that's who. He sent messages before Balaam, the son of Beor of Pethor, Balaam, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come up out of Egypt. Behold, they covered the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and whom thou cursest is cursed. And the elder of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand. And there came unto Balaam and spake unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the prince of Moab abode with Balaam. And the Most High came unto Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto the Most High, Balak the son of Zippor, the king of Moab, which has sent unto me, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And the Most High said to Balaam, thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. Oh, that's powerful there. And you know, and we're bearing witness, man. Looking at spirit, to use the spiritual eyes, that our elders, man, and our apostles who taught us this word are blessed. You know, you don't get that type of wisdom and have to be wise like that and not be blessed, man. And that's what these motherfuckers don't understand. How you going to curse a brother, man, that's sincere and diligent in his word, man? That's obviously blessed. And you can, he's blessed, and you can tell by his fruit. Woo! Man, and I know we're dealing with a heathen right here that's trying to bless these Moabs, that's trying to bless Israel. But hey, this is just an example of what happened, man. When you trying to curse the prophets, the men of the Lord, man, Israel, who the Most High has blessed. That shit ain't sore, it's just dry as fuck. It's just dry as hell, just from me just running my mouth. I'm talking. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, let me drink some more of this here. There's not even a trash can around here, where there usually is. Ooh. It says here, it says, and the Most High said to Balaam, thou shalt not go with them, thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said unto the princes of Balak, get you into your land, for the Lord Yahweh refuses to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up. Moab is the modern day Chinese folks. Again, heathens, man. You know, that can't be saved. Salvation ain't for them, man. And this is a history, man. All these nations have always rose up against the Israelites, man. You read this book and you'll learn that the nations hate us, man. even unto this very day. And they went unto Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus said Balak the son of Zippor, Let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me. For I will promote thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me comest. Therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. But Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord Yahweh by power, to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord Yahweh will say unto me more. And the Most High came unto Balaam that at night and said unto him, If the men come to thee, if the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and that's what the thing with the true prophets, man. We do exactly, we say it exactly the way the Lord wants us to say it, man. He wants us to give you the full truth, and that's what we give you, the full truth, man. We follow after the ways, we following after we're following instruction. You know? We're following instruction, man. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the princes of Moab. And the Most High's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Ooh, so you don't follow after the Lord, man. You don't, hey, like in this example here, he got an angel standing. Yeah, hey. This thing is real, man, and it can get scary. You being disobedient. The Most High can have death lurking anywhere, and you won't even see it coming. And this is an example of that. You won't even see it coming, man. And the Most High's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. You ever see a cat? My cats, man. They be staring in corners, and they just be staring at nothing. And whatever they're staring at has their full attention, man. Do they be seeing something? I personally think they be seeing something, man. You know, dogs too. They'll be staring at, they'll be and see something, but they can't tell us. But in this case, the ass can speak. He put in the spirit. That's the thing, man. That's why these people reject the word of the Lord. Ass speaking. Come on, man. Non-believing ass niggas, man. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. Yeah, get back over. We had a whip, smack him, get back in line, to the trail. The hell wrong with you? But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyard. Wind blowing. There's some pages loose in my Bible. I'm going to miss them. It did fly off. Yeah. But the angel, verse 24, but the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, he thrust herself onto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. That you can imagine the anger in Balaam's head, man. Furious, he probably furious, especially hurt his foot too against the wall. He not knowing the ass is just seeing an angel with a sword, man, ready to chop his head off or chop his ass in two. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left, a narrow path. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. Just hitting the staff, hitting the ass for nothing, man. Hitting the ass for nothing, for him being disobedient. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, as she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? Can you imagine that? But that's what happened. And Balaam said unto the ass, because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee. And the ass said to Balaam, am not I thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. He explained to him, well, haven't I always been a faithful ass for you? Haven't I always done exactly what you've wanted? Eating in his ass, getting in his mind. You know, having that guilt eat at his ass. He said, nay. And the ass said unto Balaam, am not I thine ass upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. Well, that's shame, man. He should have been finished dead. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, wherefore hast thou smitten thy ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, and because thy way is perverse before thee. And the ass saw me and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now also I have slain thee, and I saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it pleases thee, I will get me back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto thee thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto a city of Moab, which is in the border of Arnon, which is in the utmost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, did I not earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, lo, I am come unto thee. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that the Most High putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. Point, Exhibit A, the great thing, and our apostles and elders have been pushing that, taught us that, and we studied that, and it's come to be true. You see? And we're to do the same thing, is to spread that message to others, man. But what that motherfucking piece of shit said, some madness, man. Speaking ill of the prophets, man. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kirjath Huzoth. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass in the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him up into the high place of Baal, that thence he might see the utmost part of the people. And it goes on into the rest, man. But that was the whole point. That was the whole point. You see, you can't curse who's blessed. Or you're going to bring curses upon yourself. You know? You're going to bring curses upon yourself, man. Simple as that. Talking that madness, man. Talking that bullshit. I should stop now. I'm going to keep on going. So what was that in Second Answers 2 that I wanted, though? I can't remember. Let's just dig in it. I know it has something to do with the false prophets. Woe be unto thee, Asher, thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee. Woe be unto thee, Asher, thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lieth in clouds and pitches and heaps of ashes. Even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, said the Almighty Power. Thus said the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I will have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto thee, and give thee the everlasting tabernacle which I have prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet Savior. They shall neither labor nor be weary. I'm trying to think. Let me do it this way. Let me look it up again. No, I gotta be specific. That's how I've been out here. It flew by so quick, man. It does. It just flies by so quick. That time itself is comforting in itself, man. Where, you know, that's the spirit, man. Comforting you. That it's never an issue anyway. Oh man, you know, cause that's. I remember back in the day, I used to watch brothers be out, and they looking at their watch. They're always looking at the time. They ain't got nowhere to go. They ain't got nowhere to go and nothing else to do. they worried about what time it is and shit. When we're supposed to be teaching the word. I used to watch that. I used to notice that a lot, man. Jeremiah 8 and 10. Therefore I will give their wives to others and refuse them. Jeremiah. Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah 23:11. And I think this whole scripture's going in on these wicked prophets, man, the false prophets and wicked priests. For both prophet and priest are profane gain. In my house have I found their wickedness, said the Lord. Wherefore their way shall be until I read this earlier, slipping their ways into the darkness. They shall be driven on and fall therein, for I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, said the Lord. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied of Baal and caused my people Israel to err. I have seen also the prophets of Jerusalem in horrible things. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hand of the evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. Therefore thus said the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink the water of gall. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth into all the land. Thus said the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesied unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord Yahweh has said, ye shall have peace, and they shall say unto every one that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who shall have stood in the counsel of the Lord, and have this perceived and heard the word? Who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. And the Apostle Tahar declared early, 2026 is the year of apostates, sellouts and agents, something of that extent. Slaki. I have to look and get it corrected. It's about to step up in a higher gear, these evil men. Just 2026 come in, man, they're gonna get these evil, wicked men gonna get busy, man. They're probably gonna be instructed by Esau to, hey, or get threatened by Esau. We paid y'all this money. Y'all best do what y'all better do. We told y'all to do. We paid y'all to do. Hey, watch, just watch. Just watch. It's about to kick it up into gear, man. They're gonna probably try and set brothers up. They're gonna probably use technology, change brothers' words. You know how this technology is being used now. We're seeing those examples of what's, hey man, the days are evil. These days are evil, man. The days are evil. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doings. Am I a power at hand, said the Lord Yahweh, and not a power far off? And he's present. He's at hand, man. And we know that through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, through his word. That's how we know he's at hand. Through his wisdom. Can any hide himself in a secret place that I shall not see him? Nope. Said the Lord Yahweh, do not I feel heaven and earth, said the Lord? Yeah, he does. I'm answering those questions for you. I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesy lies in my name, saying I have dreamed, I have dreamed. And you're not saying that's that wicked nigga is saying all that, but that we use that for Martin Luther King. And there's many as well. You listen to them long enough, they'll probably start saying that dream shit. Throat is killing me, man. I'm feeling raw as hell. I'm just gonna shut it down now. So I hope y'all are edified, man. This thing is real of ours that we're in. You know? This thing is real, man. The prophecies and the word is real, man. It's living. The warning that we're sent out to give the people. He said he sent out, here, let me get it. Jeremiah 6:17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. And here we are. We're the watchmen. We were set up as watchmen, man, to give you the warning. And this thing is real. Like we're here to profess this thing, that the word that we're here as watchmen to give you, that it's alive, man. It's living. And it's in motion. You know, like that river that's giving that fresh stream of water that's constantly flowing. That's the word, man, that's going forth in the world. You know, this thing is happening. It's literally happening, man. That's why we're always instructing people to pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, because he's hearing you. And work on yourself, man. Get your ass right. Stop those unclean, profane things, man. Stop the wickedness and growing this thing, man. Hey. Whoo! Dang, what? 2 Peter's 2, 2 Peter's 3. What manner of person and conversation ought you to be and to be having? Godliness. Stop window shopping, and you better stick with the true prophets. That's great millstone. As simple as that. And leave them other niggas alone, man. That's all of you motherfuckers that's window shoppers. They don't have the understanding that there's a distinct difference between the false prophets and the real prophets. And that's the doctrine, man. The real prophets will give you the full truth and nothing but the truth. So again, I hope you were edified. Let's give praise, honor, and glory to our true power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadas. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that we're well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.